Hey, episode 6, 99 Problem Podcast, Warren Sapp here on the Human app, on the mic, giving you what you like. Oh, I got to tell you what it was this Sunday. It was record-setting Sunday in the National Football League. That's right, I'm telling you, record-setting Sunday. The U, Frank Gore, became the 4th running back in NFL history to run for 15,000 yards. That's right, 15,000 yards. And I know you're sitting at home like, well, who the other 3, Sapp? We're looking at Emmitt Smith, another Florida boy. 18,355 yards. Walter Payton, and the guy I used to chase twice a year, Barry Sanders. It was not fun. He was something exciting. And Frank Gore is just a workaholic. Frank, we salute you, baby, from here at 99 Podcast. 99 Problem. Frank Gore definitely won on a Sunday afternoon. He get it done. And Larry Fitzgerald, the GOAT of all receivers, Jerry Rice, went down to Arizona to see Larry Fitzgerald become the 2nd all-time leading receiver of all time. No knock on you, Tony Gonzalez. I love you, my Mexican brother, because my middle name is Carlos. Hey, brother. No doubt about it. But it's only right that receivers are 1-2. And Larry Fitzgerald takes his spot as the 2nd all-time leading receiver of all time with 1,326 receptions. Jerry Rice got 1,549. Oh, my God, that is a lot. So you know Tony Gonzalez got 1,325, so we'll go at that. And Julio Jones become the fastest receiver in NFL history to put up 11,000 yards, only needing 127 games. That's right, 127 games to get over 11,000 yards. Julio Jones, you have been a monster since you left the University of Alabama, sir, and we salute you. And you've been getting in the end zone, too. That's what I like about it. When you score them points and then you allow the big fella to rush the passer, because I always love when you rush the passer and having a good Sunday afternoon. And you know what I always tell you on the 99 Podcast. 9-9 and 5-5 go well together. My Tampa Bay Buccaneers scored a franchise record, 55 points, came out to L.A. to land of milk and honey. You know, I'm going to tell you like this here. I think they broke our record when we came to the land of milk and honey in 2003 and put up 48 on the Raiders in the Super Bowl championship. So I think they broke our record. So I tell people all the time, Florida teams, and especially the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, my Bucks, we love the West Coast, the land of milk and honey, beautiful weather, beautiful women, lovely marijuana, and the softest football teams you can find anywhere. I'm telling you, they just get banged up. I mean, you show up and you just whoop. Jared Goff threw the thing around. I'm telling you, went 45 for 68, threw it around the yard, 517 yards. I was sitting in the stands, y'all. I'm like, hey, man, just throw us one more. 3 interceptions. That was the key to the football game. And, hey, Barrett, I'm telling you, Shaq Barrett, son, you the new QB killer in Tampa, baby. I salute you. I will crown you because, boy, when you hunt that quarterback, like 9 sacks right now. 9 sacks leading the National Football League. Shaq Barrett might be the greatest free agent move that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have made in quite a while, other than bringing Brad Johnson to me because I needed a quarterback to go get that championship, y'all. I'm just telling you what it is. Shaq Barrett had 3 tackles, a sack, a forced fumble. Ndamukong Suh picked that up and took it to the house because we were sitting on 48, and I like the 48, but I wanted a 50 burger. That's why I'm sitting out back in the yard, y'all. We getting the grill ready. We go fire up some 50 burgers because, hey, man, it was a record-setting Sunday. That's what went down, man. That's what we do. Go out and watch the Tampa Buccaneers get it done. And you know what I learned about the Rams in Sunday's game? I've always told people this back when I was on the network. The front and the back end work together. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a plan to eliminate Aaron Donald from the pass rush. And then the back end now has to compensate with coverage. The front and the back end work together. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had Warren Sapp and Gerald McCoy at the 3 technique. They knew exactly the plan you needed. Run the ball, keep them off balance, but protect your quarterback and then be able to throw it. Jameis Winston did a wonderful job. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a plan, and it was a record-setting Sunday. No doubt about it, it was a record-setting Sunday. Don't be mad at me because that's the way it's going down. And what else was a record-setting Sunday? Something I haven't seen in a long time. Tom Brady. Tom Brady looked stiff. Tom Brady looked almost afraid in the pocket, y'all. But to Tom Brady's credit, he's 42 years old. And it's tough at, 40. I'm 46. So with 42 and he's still ruling around, I salute you. But it's tough to conjure that thing up because there's a magic number in the National Football League and it's 30. Tom, you done put a decade plus 2 on that thing. And right now, when you face the #1 defense in the National Football League on the road in their house, and the receivers, Josh, Dorsett, Edelman, all you fellas, y'all got to get open. Y'all ain't running a number of them little short routes. You got to get open. And the Buffalo Bill was sitting on top of that thing, something vicious, and Tom Brady was sitting in the pocket, and it was an awful day, 18 for 39, 150 yards, and 1 interception, no touchdowns. I tell you what, if Josh Allen was any kind of quarterback, or they'd have had Doug Flutie, anybody on the other side for the Buffalo Bills, the remnants of Jim Kelly would have won that game. I mean, it was just bad. When you watching it and Tom Brady's not converting, 3rd down, 5 for 18, you got to be shitting me. You got to finish off the New England Patriots, especially when you got them on the road, because when they get in Gillette, they going to shave you. They going to shave you. No doubt about it, they going to shave you. Hey, I was watching I love the new NFL, and I tell you all the time, you need 30 points to stay alive in the football game right now, but something has been raising its head again. Maybe it's because the 90s is coming back and mononucleosis has made a comeback. I want to upset no Jet fans. Don't get mad at me. I'm just reporting the news sometimes. Don't get mad at me. This is what's going down. But I watched Buckball on Sunday Night Football. The Dallas Cowboys win it, and I told you right here, be careful, Dallas Cowboys. Don't go in there too bigged up because Dak is ready to get his $40 million, got Jerry Jones ready to sign off on the contract and pay him and everything. But when you go down to New Orleans, take it from someone who won a Super Bowl and lost 4 games that year, but 2 of them went to the New Orleans Saints. They just a funky bunch. I'm telling you. And wasn't no Drew Brees down there or no Teddy Bridgewater. We had Aaron Brooks, and he got me twice. I mean, it's just what happened. But it's tough in an NFL football game to not give up a touchdown. You score a touchdown, and you lose. That's what happened to the Dallas Cowboys when you lose a game 12-10. Oh, one of those great, I loved it. I was sitting at home, and my mouth was watering. I'm like, I want to get in there because that's the type of football game you got to get in to where it's a situational football game, and the New Orleans Saints and Teddy Bridgewater, he 2-0 so far. Be careful, Teddy Bridgewater, keep that thing going. There's going to be a lot of action in the NFC because, hey, the NFC South is cooking right now. Teddy's on top. My Bucks is at 2-2. Atlanta Falcons, that's right, Dion. We'll get to Dion later on, y'all, because when Atlanta in black, they attack. Warren Sapp on the 99 Podcast right here, baby. I'll be right back on the Himalaya app. 99 Podcast, episode 6. That's right, the NFL season is 1/4 of the way finished. We're at the quarter pole. We're going to put up a list, with all the NFL standings and all the NFL teams because, I love, when my producer and everybody, at Himalaya send me my, rundown and everything. They want to tell me, what about the playoff run, playoff picture? Take it from a fat guy that went 3-4 in 3 straight years, 99, 2000, and 2001. And went to the playoffs. 99 and went to the NFC Championship game and lost to the greatest show on turf, 11-6. So trust me, we got plenty enough time. We get that turkey in the oven around Thanksgiving time, get cooking, get ready to sit around, watch some football. Then we'll go talking about the playoffs because November and December is what they remember. All right, last week I told you the NFL is getting young. We got some young guns out there. It was 20 NFL quarterbacks still on their mom and daddy insurance. That's right, they're 26 years and younger. Now we about to add another one because Mr. Dwayne Haskins made his NFL debut. I don't know if he's going to start next week, but hey, he made his NFL debut. I looked at him last week and, I'm an old guy and I pay attention to different things because, I have my trusty iPad and I get to look at the game up their butts and on the wide copy, and I'm questioning a lot of these quarterbacks' decisions and their mannerisms because I know we're living in an age where if you don't love me, I find the next guy that's going to adore me, and if you two don't, the next one is absolutely going to put me on a mantle and build a shrine to me because you carry social media and you carry a network that read your tweets and your Instagram posts and double tap you or single tap you over the heart if you do that, and get likes and views and follows. And that's more people than watch the evening news or read a newspaper or watch my podcast maybe. But I hope I'm getting those numbers up for you. But the thing I want to say about these young quarterbacks is I was watching Dwayne Haskins on the sideline, and he just looked disinterested in the game when he wasn't in the sideline. And I placed a call up to D.C. and, because Jay Gruden was on that staff when I went and won that championship. I'm going to keep talking about that championship until the day I die, so don't worry about it. I'll bring it up 20 times. It kind of comes, full circle sometimes because that's your circle that you understand how to win games and go out and win championships. So I asked Jay, is the kid that bad or that, not ready? That not ready, I think I wrote. And that's not perfect English, but that's how football guys talk to football guys. Is he that not ready, 9 for 17, 107 yards, 3 interceptions. I think he's that not ready. I can show you this going in the game in the TV copy because I was watching it. I'm an old guy that looks at things like that now because I can watch the game 101 ways. And I'm looking and I'm listening, and he's got the plays in his head. And if I got the plays in my head, and this is just me as a fat defensive lineman that used to chase the quarterback, if the play is called, I want to envision what I'm doing because I'm going to read the safeties myself. All right, looks like cover 2, cover 4, cover 3, and as I'm getting the ball, I'm dropped, I'd go there, and see if I'm in sync with the quarterback that's on the field. It's called mental reps because everybody's physically able to play this game, but you got to be mentally prepared. All the time I hear people talk about luck. I heard Rich Eisen talking about Andy Dalton. We'll get to Rich Eisen a little later on too because I went and stopped by and checked my guy. That's what you got to do when you come to L.A. Like if you ball, you get the call from Dion, but if you come to L.A., you got to go run with Rich. That's just what you have to come run with Rich. So he was sitting there talking about Andy Dalton, and Andy Dalton can't get any luck. And I looked at my producer and I said, Mike, you know what luck is, right? And he said, what? I said, it's when the prepared and an opportunity meet. I've never seen Andy Dalton prepared, especially in a big game. I've never seen him get to a big game on a Monday night. That's why he's 3-11, I think, on Monday Night Football or something like that. And where I used to work, we call that a BGT, a big game turd. That's all you are. When the brightest lights come on, you ain't on the pot. You don't want none of it. You are in the water, floating around. You are the turd. You have no interest in this thing. So, hey, man, I'm looking at these young guns. Daniel Jones, hey, I love this young man. And I'm glad he threw his first 2 picks and got that out of the way so now the New York media can get off that and he still won the football game. Young quarterbacks, you have to make a decision what you're going to do. Cam Newton need his thing all straightened out, but they got a guy in Carolina right now that's playing some excellent football, and I'm loving that. But Haskins, whew, that boy scares me to death. Baker Mayfield, that's what I'm talking about, young man. But even more than that, the offensive line up front, you have to protect your quarterback. And the first rule of protecting your quarterback, get the run game going. Nick Chubb, 20 carries, 165 yards, 3 touchdowns, 88-yard touchdown. That's how you go on the road. When you go on the road, you pack your run game, you pack your defense, and you go after the opposing quarterback. That's how you win in the National Football League when you get on the road. No doubt about it. Lamar Jackson, hey, I think he did enough, young man, except for the 2 picks, 3 touchdowns, 147 yards. Hey, people going to understand when you get around a month long in the season, let me tell y'all something. It's a copycat league in the National Football League. What works on you might work on him. But then I'm going to try it. But if it don't, then I got to go back to what I'm doing. So I'm telling you, you'll see a lot of the same things over and over. But the one thing we haven't seen in a while is the Ravens' defense play this bad. When you giving up 516 yards a game and 36 points, I saw Ray Lewis last night over at Dancing with the Stars. The other night, Monday night at Dancing with the Stars. I'm going to tell y'all, listen, man. It hurt my heart to look at my dog and say, man, did you see your defense, man? Hey, man, but my dog done hurt his toes over there at Dancing with the Stars, and he done hurt himself. But, boy, I'm looking at it, and listen, be careful before we crown them too fast. We crown the Cleveland Browns, then we crown Baltimore Ravens. And now Cleveland Browns done walked in the Ravens' house and taken away the divisional lead, head to head. And then we count the divisional wins. So they won up on you, Baltimore. Let's not be too fast to crown them. That's why I don't want to get into the playoff pictures and go crazy. It's not the time to go crazy. Time to go crazy is when it's Christmas. That's when Santa Claus comes. 99 on your podcast, mind. Warren Sapp on the mic, giving you what you like. Himalaya app, 99 Problem with Warren Sapp. I'll be right back. 99 Problem Podcast, Warren Sapp on the mic, giving you what you like. Now, you know, every week I got to do this as I sit here with the barrel amongst 99 lovely brew. We ain't at the brewery this week. You know, I came out west to see the boys put a 50 burger up on the Rams. Don't be mad at me. I'm just telling you what it is. You know, the 72 Dolphins pop a bottle of champagne every year. So we got to check the undefeateds. We got the Pats, Chiefs, 49ers. There's only 3. I told you last week this thing with weed and self-fire. They had me reading all kind of wild stuff. The Lions was in it and all kind of shit. I'm glad we got this thing chopped down. We done got round to, it's October. Is that the October wind blowing? Oh, I love it. It's around Halloween. We get to dress up, y'all. Ooh, woo. Don't nobody do no blackface now. If you've learned anything in the last 2 years, I mean, that shouldn't be something that we talk about anymore. There's a lot of other stuff we should be talking about either, but we're going to talk about these 3 undefeated teams, the Pats, the Chiefs, and the 49ers. As you look through the schedule, and I don't like to do this, but you have to because it's human nature. You look up and down. They got nothing. They got the Skins, New York Giants, Jets. Week 10, the Eagles come looking, and then we know the Pats and the Chiefs are going to face each other in Week 14. So I think that's where we headed because you look at the Chiefs' schedule and you see a little cupcake, you see a little Danish, you see them little tarts, little fruit tarts you can throw down real fast, the little macarons, a little easy target. I try to tell people all the time, whenever you see a schedule like that, don't get too sick eating all that cake. But we looking at Week 8 with the Green Bay Packers. We see if Aaron Rodgers and them want to shake something because I think the Philadelphia Eagles shook them up on Thursday night when they got that. But 49ers are the surprise bye undefeated team, and I told you when they was on bye that they would be sitting there as everybody else decided who would join them as an undefeated team. They got the Browns on Monday Night Football. Then the following week, they go to that lovely place that I told you about, the Coliseum, where the 50 burger went up. I'm just telling you what I see. They face the Rams. So back-to-back, Monday night, the short week on the road, that's always a tough game. That one there, Tony Dungy taught me about that one when he used to teach us. Short week on the road, Rams. Rams should be ready to jump on them and show that they're ready. They got everything situated, but we'll see. We'll check back with them. Only 3 teams in the AFC are over 500. It's going to get ugly and ugly fast, but it's going to be a bloodbath, and we're going to be here to clean everything up, sort them out, and then bury the ones that's gone because, hey, they could be gone fishing with Sapp or they could be on their way to the playoffs. I don't know, but we will decide that thing after November, December is what we remember. And we're going to go right to the rundown. That's what we're going to do. Thursday Night Football, Aaron Rodgers, I told you the Eagles woke him up. But I was watching this game, y'all, and the thing that bothered me about it was Aaron Rodgers is so potent in a 2-minute offense, they tried to get cute. They ran a funky, and I'll show it to y'all on 99 Problem Podcast. Go on to Instagram. I'm going to put this one up specifically for y'all as I tell it to you because I'm not even going to go into none of these stats because none of these stats mean anything to me because Tony Dungy taught me there's 5 plays that usually decide a game. I've broken it down to 1. This was a game when they were down 13-14 on the scoreboard. They're driving in a 2-minute drill with the master, Aaron Rodgers, and they proceed to run some funky fake reverse. He's in the pocket, and the tight end's got to come across and block the D-end. I mean, split it the D like a Red Sea, but this D-end is coming hell-bent for election because he sees that as pass. And Aaron Rodgers get that old nice little lackadaisical thing, and he go, whop, snap calls fumble, ball out, they scoop it, they score the touchdown. It's 21-13. And the most ironic thing is they get the ball back the very next series and drive it for a touchdown. But when you dig that many holes in a football game, you can't keep digging out of them when you're sitting there 1 point off of it in the first place. You got to score too many times, and now Devontae Adams has a turf toe from all the rigorous up and down that you're doing. Son, when it's short week on a Thursday night, take the easy route. You're the master of the 2-minute. There's no reason to get cute with all the. Wait till I show y'all this play. Y'all don't look at me like, oh, now I see what it is. Oh. The Atlanta Falcons. When they in black, they attack. Matt Ryan throwing it around the yard again, 35 yards, 35 for 53. Man, Henry had 27 carries for 100 yards. A.J. Brown, 3 receptions, 94 and 2 touchdowns. The Falcons rushed for a measly 58 yards, only scored 10 points. I mean, listen, 5 for 14 on 3rd down. The experiment is over, Mr. Blank. You're too good of an owner. You built a beautiful Mercedes-Benz arena, gave them parking. Now you actually tailgate at the Atlanta Falcons damn football game. That was unheard of before. You didn't tailgate. You over there in College Park, parked up on the side and stuff. You lucky if your car there when you got back. But Arthur Blake that did all this, this is what y'all doing to this man? Y'all let Marcus Mariota walk in your house and drive your Mercedes-Benz? And he didn't get he just take your keys off your front desk like that? Man, don't talk that. And you know what? When y'all see Deion Sanders with his picks, y'all might be rolling like I was rolling, but the Oakland Raiders did what football teams should do. And John Gruden understands this because he led us this way. We're going to get on the road, we're going to jump on them, we're going to jump on them early, and we're going to hold the league, and we're going to secure the win. And that's what the Oakland Raiders did. Caught 21 for 31, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's efficient football. But I told you, Indianapolis, you'll be fine with Brissett. Brissett got 3 more touchdowns, but that interception, that'll cost you. That'll cost you. Hey, Miami Dolphins, you're still tanking. But you showed some life. I'll give you that. You showed me some life. You had the lead. The first quarter was looking all right. But fellas, let's remember, this is a 60-minute football game. And now, for me, the game of the week. The Carolina Panthers went down to see the Houston Texans. You know me, that doesn't ring anything for me, but it does because I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneer and that's the NFC South. So I got to watch the Falcons. I love that the Falcons lost. And then I'm looking for Carolina to lose this game because Deshaun Watson and company, J.J. Watt. J.J. what? I haven't heard your name all year. Oh, that's right, Clowney's gone. So now all the attention comes back to you. And we're not as young as we used to be. It might be that. But I got something for you. Because somebody sent me something. They're like, man, did you see Deshaun Watson? You know, check the reporter. And I'm like, check the reporter? That don't normally happen with a quarterback. So, you know me, I hit the Twitter. Do you know what coverage they was in? I'm like, uh-oh. That's that bad. That's bad because this man's a reporter. This man's asking you a question. You explain to him that they, with that, or whatever it is, this is what they were in, and then you go, you don't ask this man, do he know what coverage it in? So me, the fat old QB killer, has been broke down some bitch that used to be some, said I have the tape. Now, I don't know much, but I do know enough to know what cover 2 is, cover 3 is, and 57, because we used to play under Pirate 57. So that's 5 or 7, you have to invert some things and do some different things, but I know what that is. We never played cover 4, so I had to call the Doom, which is Derek Brooks, the Don. And then I called my old roommate in college, Ryan Collins, who's a quarterback. But when I'm watching the tape, I've seen enough cover 2 and I've seen enough man free to know damn well I wasn't looking at no cover 4. So Deshaun Watson, were you just talking about the 2 plays in which you missed up the field at one time to Hopkins and another one, I think it was up the sideline? Those 2 were cover 4. But the rest of the game wasn't no damn cover 4. So either you reading it in Braille or your young ass need to go back to the damn board because that film ain't showing no cover 4. And then when I went to my man, that Pro Football Focus shit is some funny shit too, boy. Yeah, I guess y'all got way too much analytics and time on your hand to actually look at the game and look at the ins and outs of it because y'all telling me how many passes could have been intercepted. I could have had a damn sack too, but I didn't. So we called that close but no cigar in the D-line room. So I don't know what y'all call it, let y'all think, but when you hunting the quarterback or you looking for the sack, it's either you did or you didn't. And when you looking for a win in the National Football League, it's either you did or you didn't. Deshaun Watson, that wasn't no cover 4, son. And check 99 Problems on the Instagram. I'll show it to you. You tell it to me because I'm just one that used to hunt it. But I know the front and the back end work together. And there's no way I'm running my cornerbacks back to 10 to 12 yards and then driving my safety sitting at 10 to 12 yards and all 4 of them across the line. I think that's what cover 4 is because that would be 4 men across that half, quarter. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 quarters make a whole. See, because we play cover 2 and our 2 safeties had, you got that half, you got that half. But if you put 4 out there, then it turns into quarters. But I didn't see no quarters. I saw some robber. I saw some man free. I'll show it to you. I'm just gonna show it to you. The Chicago Bears. One of the storied franchises in all of football. I pity you fools. You took Mitch Trubisky. Pat Mahomes was still on the board, and so was Deshaun Watson. Even though he reading coverages in Brill, maybe if you get him away from cover 4, he'd be fine. But maybe they call their cover 4 something else, so I don't know. But that ain't the traditional cover 4. But I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm just a fat guy that used to rush the passer. But Trubisky and the Chicago Bears won the game because Chase Daniel came in and saved them. Or Kirk Cousins threw it away. I haven't watched the tape or either or, but I know y'all got to be sick that a guy that's chasing 6,000 yards in a season and 2 back-to-back MVPs, you had a chance to pick him. And you moved up for Mitch Trubisky. Whoever made that pick ought to be fired or hiding or somewhere, but not in the football organization ready to make another pick. But that's just not something you see. And let's go back down the floor and let's have some fun. My guy with the best porn mustache on earth, oh my God, Gardner Minshew, he'd be 3-0 if the coach had any courage and balls and would have moved everybody out and say, son, I'm going to give you a chance to make the decision. Drop back, throw it, or run it. Because that young man, we always talk about it all the time in football land, it. Do you have it? Do you display it? They traded for Josh Dobbs. I don't think Josh Dobbs even wears a game uniform. I don't even think he put a jock on Sunday because there's no way he playing unless this boy get hurt. I'm telling you, that's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you like it is, and Sapp will shoot you straight. And I'm telling you, Gardner Minshew is playing some football, ladies and gentlemen. But I tell you what, when you have a monster like Leonard Fournette in the backfield and nobody on the Broncos, no. Everybody on the Broncos on their defense was making that deal. You know, sometimes you cut that deal that, he a little too big to hit. I looked at the tape. A lot of you Broncos, a lot of you donkeys, remember I'm a Raider, a lot of you donkeys, y'all was running from that thing. No, you know, it was almost like LeGarrette Blount. We all remember when LeGarrette Blount was running that thing and Deion Sanders used to get on there, and I text Deion Sanders one time, I said, don't nobody want to hit that Blount. And he went crazy. Boy, if this boy Leonard Fournette, 29 carries, 228 yards, an 81-yard carry, right in the heart of the third quarter when they was backed up. I mean, and the Broncos are blitzing. Von Miller, you got to get underneath that. Hey, I love you to death. You rushed the passer. You got your 100 sack. Another 100, and then you'll get the Bruce Smith in the record. That's how insane that number is, 200. Von like, shit, 100 was enough, Sapp. I know, man. I tried to get to 100, brother. I fell 3.5 short. Don't worry, keep plugging. But on the run game, you got to get underneath. Got to get underneath. You got to protect it. Denver, you got to get better. Flacco, is the magic gone? Or is the money that heavy? Or is the living that good? I don't know what it is, son, but you're 0-4. And that ain't it. Nick Chubb is out with an ACL, but I'm not worried about that. Von Miller has always been one by himself, but he used to have the Wolfman in there with him. I mean, I guess we're going to have to mix and match. We got to do some special things because the NFL season is just at its quarter pole. And Warren Sapp on the mic giving you what you like on the Human Lair app, 99 Problem Podcast. Right here for you. I'll be right back. You know what potential is? The most wasted thing on a day-in, day-out basis in the fucking country, in the world. Potential mean you ain't done shit yet. So try doing something and then tell me what the hell you have and what the hell you doing. Because if you do it one time, it's a fluke. If you do it twice, you might be all right. If you do it 3 times, you consistent. Now let's go. Now let's see what you got. Come on. All right, let's go, baby. Oh, you was already rolling. I like it. I like it. I like it. Stick it in there. You know what? That's what they do. They turn the mic on when Sapp on the mic. He doing what you like. It's 99 Problems on the Himalaya app, baby. That's right. College football. You know I'm a Saturday man. I love my Saturdays like I love my kids. All 6 of them, no doubt about it. It was week 5 recap. The Clemson Tigers went down to University of North Carolina and just played like doo-doo. Dabo Swinney told them, say, you know what, fellas? A couple years ago, we had us a bye and we played like trash, and this seems like the same game. And I'm sitting here listening to the commentator say this, and I'm like, them kids don't give a damn what you talking about. History don't repeat itself for them, but it damn sure rhymes. 21-20, they snuck out the back door, but we got a new number 1 in college football. Roll Tide, no doubt about it. Bama 59-31 over the Ole Miss Rebels. Georgia had a bye. LSU had a bye. Miami beat the shit out of a bye. But Miami, we got the next 2 weeks. We got Virginia Tech. We got the Hokies and the Who's. Listen, I'm going to miss both games. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I ain't going to be around, but I'm going to be on the mic. And if y'all don't do what I like, I'm going to talk about you some kind of vicious. I'm just letting you know right now, I am throwing the stake in the ground right now. All Cane fans, it's going down. No doubt about it. Oklahoma State 48. No, that's Ohio State. Ohio State went down and saw Scott Frost. Scott Frost, I remember when you was at UCF and we used to sit over there, because you know Scott Frost was a DB back over in Tampa right when we won the championship, and right after I left, he was still there, and I kind of, got a little fondness with my man Frost, because he was doing the DB thing when he was really a running back, quarterback kind of guy, but he was tough enough to understand the defense and put his nose in there and hit things. But when he became the head coach at UCF, I really went over there and watched him develop the program, and then when he got an opportunity to go home back to Nebraska, I knew he was gone. After running the table over there at UCF and setting them up for a nice little run. But boy, you got some big problems. Ohio State almost put up 600 yards on you in your own house, and they brought the cameras in there to see it, Scott. You're gonna need about 2 more years to get you some recruits. But don't worry about it, you'll be okay. Oklahoma 55-16 over Texas Tech. I told y'all all year long, give the Heisman Trophy now to Jalen Hurts. I don't even care about the video of him throwing the medicine ball after the game. That's just for the cameras. I'm looking at him, what he's doing when the game is on the line. And this young man had another 485 yards in 3 quarters. They calling the dogs off now. And when they call the dogs off, oh my goodness. The Auburn Tigers is up to number 7 in the country. They won 56-23 over Mississippi State, Wisconsin Badgers, and my nephew up there, Samari Melvin. Hey boy, number 20 in your program. Number 1 in your heart, no doubt about it. They won over Northwestern, 24-15. Florida Gators. I told y'all season was saved when Felipe got off the horse. And there's nothing worse than a Gator fan. Jesus, 38-0 over Townsend. Y'all still playing the chilling on the pole? This week 5. Come on, man. All cupcakes off the schedule. Y'all supposed to be in the SEC, so get your ass in the SEC. No Townsend, Notre Dame, and the Hooves. My producer told me the Hooves played tough. Yeah, it's a full game. Notre Dame smacked them 35-20. Just couldn't get it done down the stretch. And that's the way it go down. But, hey, week 6, we're going to run this thing. Bama and Clemson are both on a bye. How about that? Don't get no better than that. Georgia at Tennessee. Ohio State at number 25. Michigan State in East Lansing. Ooh, I like East Lansing. I almost went to Michigan State. I really did. Bobby Williams, you almost got me, but no, I'm glad. LSU at Utah State, Oklahoma at Kansas, Auburn at number 10, Florida. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. Get in the SEC. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, and they're in the swamp, but they home. Wisconsin at Kent State. Man, you can't sign up Kent State to go against that big-ass running back y'all got at Wisconsin. Y'all ought to be shot for signing that up in week 6 in the damn college schedule. Y'all wrong, man. Y'all wrong. Boy, and Notre Dame, you going to Bowling Green. Man, that's the college wrap for week 6. You know what? I'm just going to jump right into it because that's what I do. Now, week 5 in the National Football League, because that's what we do. Thursday night football. Them Los Angeles Rams, after getting a 55 burger put on them. That's right, I watched it up close. So now it's a short week on the road, up to one of the loudest stadiums on earth, Seattle. Seattle's a 1.5-point favorite on that one, but I'm taking the Rams. The Rams gonna be ready to jump on, because when you run that fast and you that wide open, unless it's raining, Check the forecast. Arizona's at Cincinnati. Is that young fella won a game yet? No, I don't think so. Well, he ain't won a game yet. The Bills are at Tennessee. No line on either one of those games. So all you gambling people that's looking at me like, you ain't tell me how many points. Hey, man, I'm telling you what it is. I had 2 on back-to-back. I was going to wait till I got past both of them because I wasn't saying it twice. That's the way it goes down when it's 99 problems. And me telling you the damn line ain't one. The Bears are at the Raiders. Chicago is a 4-point favorite, and they're in London. See, I just remember that right off the fly of my head. Ain't nobody put nothing on this paper. They're in London. That game comes on early. Don't remember that y'all wake up real early. I think it comes on here at 6:30 in California, 9:30 on the East Coast. Ooh, football. You know what? That's why I love Saturdays, because I used to fly to LA on Friday night, get in, get me a nice dinner, wake up, and football was on all day from 9 a.m. in the morning until about midnight. I mean, it's just the greatest thing on earth. Boy, I love it, no doubt about it. My Bucks go down to Nolans. I hope it's not a night game. The Saints are a 3.5-point home favorite. Vikings, ooh, and Kirk Cousins. Go see Daniel Jones and the Giants. Minnesota is a 4.5-point road favorite in that game. The Jets and the Eagles, no line. Ravens and the Steelers, no line. Oh, that's right. One missing Big Ben and the other one quarterback got mono. The Pats are at the Redskins. 15-point favorite for the Pats on the road, and they might start hacking. Like my girl Rachel tell you, let's watch this space. Jesus, that boy. The Jaguars, and Minshew are at the Carolina Panthers, and they, what's that boy's name? What's that quarterback name for Carolina Panthers? Allen. Yeah, that's him, Kyle Allen. We got a good one right there. 2-1 versus, should be 3-0 versus 2-0, 2 undefeated young quarterbacks, but still gonna be a good game. Carolina's a 3-point home favorite in that one. Atlanta at the Texans. Atlanta, play cover 4. Houston's a 5-point favorite in that one. Denver at the Chargers. The LA Chargers are a 6.5-point favorite after coming and beating the dog out of the tanking Dolphins because they woke up, but now the Broncos are coming in. And I said it earlier, I was wrong. That's the other Chubb. Nick Chubb is the running back. That was Bradley Chubb, the defensive end that's out. And I was watching the tape. I didn't see what happened to you. I saw the 81-yard run, and then you didn't come back in. Did you trip when you were chasing him? The Packers are at the Cowboys. We knew one of the old good ones, the old Ice Bowl. You kids, look up on the Google stuff. It started with Bob Lilly and Brock Starr in the Ice Bowl, digging it in with Lombardi and Tom Landry on the sideline with the hat. I mean, you kids get great football now, but we got the storied football when I was a kid. I mean, the type of stuff that, like when the game was on and we switched over and then it was Heidi. You know what? See? I won't talk about right now. Sunday Night Football, the Colts are at the Chiefs. Wait a minute. No, the Colts played the Lions. Kind of the same color. I was just looking at them. I was checking. Chiefs are 11.5-point home favorite in that one. And Monday Night Football, I already told you, them Browns, Odell Beckham and his watch, and Baker Mayfield and his stuff, and all of the Browns, and Garrett Miles, I didn't get a sack, but we won. Ain't that some shit to say? 3.5-point underdog to the San Francisco 49ers, who are undefeated. That's your wrap up. This 99 on the mic, giving you what you like. 99 Problem Podcast, Himalaya app. We out. Problem.